Hello everyone! Welcome to this exploration of the light academia aesthetic, a cultural movement that harmoniously blends a passion for knowledge with an appreciation for life's brighter, more optimistic moments. Emerging as a counterpart to the more somber dark academia, light academia offers a refreshing perspective on intellectual pursuits, emphasizing joy, friendship, and the beauty of learning. If you've ever dreamt of studying in a sunlit library, taking slow walks through a historic campus, or wearing timeless outfits inspired by European scholars, then light academia might be the perfect aesthetic for you. This video will cover everything from the origins of light academia to its fashion essentials, lifestyle elements, and cultural inspirations. Let's begin. Light academia is a subgenre of the broader academia aesthetic. While dark academia leans into gothic, mysterious, and melancholic themes, light academia embraces positivity, intellectual curiosity, and romanticism. It's about celebrating the joy of learning, reading poetry in the sun, and finding beauty in the small moments of life, like writing letters, sketching in a journal, or drinking coffee in a quiet cafe. Key themes of light academia: the romanticization of learning, literature, philosophy, art, and music. A soft, nostalgic, and almost vintage aesthetic. The beauty of everyday moments such as picnics, studying, and nature walks. A focus on warmth and optimism rather than the brooding gothic atmosphere of dark academia. The term light academia was introduced on Tumblr in 2019 by the user Plantaires, who envisioned it as wearing light linen sundresses in foreign countries, eating picnics and pastries in the afternoon sun while reading poetry and laughing with your friends, the burning passion and excitement when you finally make a breakthrough in your research, falling asleep in your lover's arms, sun-kissed and happy. Everything is beautiful and hopeful and no one dies. This description captures the essence of light academia, celebrating the joy and warmth found in scholarly activities and personal connections. By the end of 2020, light academia ranked 7th among Tumblr's top 10 aesthetics, and by the close of 2021, it had risen to 3rd place. Its popularity surged on platforms like Pinterest and Depop, reflecting a growing global interest in this uplifting aesthetic. One of the defining aspects of light academia is its fashion, which takes inspiration from classic European styles, vintage school uniforms, and timeless preppy aesthetics. The color palette is soft and neutral, emphasizing warm, earthy tones. The colors of light academia reflect the warmth of sunlit libraries and vintage book pages. Beige, cream, and ivory, light browns, camel and taupe, muted greens, olive and sage, soft whites and pastels, gentle grays and warm chocolate tones. Dark colors like black or navy are rarely included, as the aesthetic leans towards light, airy outfits. Light academia outfits are often classic and effortlessly elegant. Think of 1920s to 1950s European scholars, poets, and artists. Tops in layers, button-up blouses, and Oxford shirts, preferably in linen or cotton. Cable knit or ribbed sweaters for a cozy, scholarly feel. Sweater vests, often layered over a blouse or shirt. Turtlenecks, perfect for a polished yet comfortable look. Cardigans and blazers in neutral tones for a structured, vintage touch. Bottoms, pleated skirts, especially in plaid, houndstooth, or neutral colors. A-line or midi skirts for a sophisticated, timeless silhouette. High-waisted trousers, perfect for a polished academic look. Corduroy pants for a textured, vintage feel. Dresses, linen or cotton midi dresses, flowy and elegant. Pinafores and smock dresses often layered over a blouse or turtleneck. Shirt dresses in soft, neutral tones. Outerwear, classic trench coats, a must-have for the light academia aesthetic. Wool coats in beige, cream, or brown for colder months. Blazers with a slightly vintage academic fit. Pea coats and duffel coats for an old money, preppy touch. Shoes, loafers, the ultimate academic shoe. Oxford shoes for a scholarly vintage feel. Mary Janes for a touch of femininity. Ballet flats for a soft, Parisian-inspired look. Lace-up boots in brown or tan for fall and winter. Accessories, round or vintage-inspired glasses, even if you don't need them. Canvas or leather satchel bags for an old-school scholarly look. Silk scarves, tied around the neck or in the hair. Berets or wool caps for a Parisian intellectual feel. Pearl or delicate gold jewelry for a timeless, elegant touch. Leather-bound journals, both an accessory and a lifestyle essential. Light academia lifestyle and aesthetic inspiration. Books are an essential part of the light academia aesthetic. The ideal light academia bookshelf includes classic novels like Pride and Prejudice, Jane Eyre, and Little Women. Philosophy books by Aristotle, Socrates, and Marcus Aurelius. Poetry collections from Keats, Wordsworth, and Emily Dickinson. Modern classics like The Secret History and Brideshead Revisited. The visual aesthetic of light academia is reflected in certain films and series. Pride and Prejudice, Call Me By Your Name, Anne with an E, Bridgerton, and Dead Poets Society. Classical music by Beethoven, Chopin, and Debussy. Indie folk like Sufjan Stevens and Florence and the Machine. Impressionist paintings and Renaissance art. Activities that fit the aesthetic. Studying in libraries or cozy cafes. Writing letters by hand, collecting vintage books and journals, sketching or painting outdoors. Visiting museums, old bookshops, and historical sites. Dressing in vintage-inspired outfits daily. Here are some light academia-inspired outfit ideas to get you started. Light academia offers a serene and hopeful perspective on academic life, celebrating the beauty of learning and the joy found in everyday moments. Its emphasis on positivity, friendship, and the romanticism of scholarly pursuits provides a comforting and inspiring lens through which to view the world. Whether through fashion, literature, or daily activities, embracing light academia invites us to find delight in knowledge and the simple pleasures of life. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with your favorite light academia fashion pieces or activities. I'd love to hear how you embrace this aesthetic in your daily life. Stay inspired, stay curious, and keep romanticizing the little moments. I'll see you in the next video.